What's up, nerds? Welcome to another Rogue Spartan vlog for the date of November 14th, 2016. I'm Corey. This is my personal vlog on the DNA Network. Like I said on Friday on my vlog, this week I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions. Every day is going to be Friends and Fan Friday this week. Last week was such a warm, positive reception to the vlog I did. I don't want to go too much into it. If you want to know my thoughts on everything, check out Friday's vlog for the 11th. But a lot of you in the community gave such positive feedback and vibes to one another, and it's really cool to see. This is kind of a small community, but an active community and a positive community, and I want to thank you guys all so much for being such a positive community. With my little rant on the election last week and my feelings. But I'm not going to get into all that. I just want to thank you guys all so much for being such an awesome community and being so positive and uplifting. You don't see that too much in many communities. There are rare exceptions. But, I just wanted to say thanks for being such a positive community and lifting each other up and being there for one another. And like I said on Friday, I'm also there for you if you want to ever try to reach out to me on Twitter or Facebook or anything. So, but like I said, we're going to do Friends and Fan Friday every day this week. Remember, you can always shoot me a tweet at RogueSpartan4, a direct message on Instagram at RogueSpartan4, leave a comment below the videos, stuff like that. You can even Facebook message me, always open. So we're going to answer, Samantha Madison left us a question on Friday. She said I better answer her question, so I don't want to disappoint. How does the Xbox One S recent dominance in sales affect what PlayStation may do in the future? I have a couple thoughts on this. One, Xbox One has really turned the ship around. We saw that last generation with PlayStation 3. They made a bunch of mistakes at the beginning. $600 US, get a second job to pay for our console, and they still took a loss. They still took a loss on that console. Every one they sold at launch. They packed that emotion engine from PS2 in there. They had that really expensive core processor in there, and they really bit the bullet. And we did see them turn around with the PS3 Slim, and eventually the George Foreman slider grill won, and they actually ended up about even with Xbox in terms of sales last gen. But this gen they came out swinging, low price point below Xbox One. Xbox made the same mistake. They tried to pack Kinect in with it in every box, which cost the system to cost more. PlayStation cost $100 less, made their camera less, which is essentially it functions similar to Kinect, maybe not as well, maybe better, depending on who you are. PlayStation did a lot of things right this gen, and Microsoft's the one who had to bite the bullet. But in terms of what Microsoft is doing, I prefer the Xbox ecosystem. I like Xbox Live. I love the games. I love Halo. Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I really want to see another Fable game, especially on this generation of hardware. I think, Lionhead, RIP, but I think someone like Rare could totally do this after Sea of Thieves. I think they could take on a Fable project. You really need a British studio to get that humor. I know a bunch of ex-Lionhead guys started a studio. I don't know if there's still bad blood or anything, but I prefer Microsoft's online ecosystem. I prefer their at least the way Xbox 360 store was set up. I prefer that over PlayStation Network. I think they still got a lot of work to do in terms of ease of user interface and intuitive front to their store. But overall, I really prefer the Xbox over the PlayStation. Now, I have been playing PlayStation a lot more this generation, just based on the fact that all my friends have PlayStations now. They jump ship. Destiny is a big game. I own it for both systems. I am really far behind on Xbox because we've been playing a lot on PlayStation. You know, the Division I bought on PlayStation because my friends were there. Call of Duty is there. So there's just a lot of different reasons why I've been playing on PlayStation more this generation. But the fact is, Xbox One, Phil Spencer, I give a lot of credit to him and his team for turning the ship around. They've really made it about the games instead of, you know, the entertainment aspect, which they were going for at the beginning. The backwards compatibility for Xbox 360 games is huge. Now, I know a lot of people have their own opinions on backwards compatibility, but I think in this quote HD era, I think backwards compatibility is going to be used a lot more. I don't know numbers. I haven't checked. You know, I haven't whatever, but I know I've been using it in terms of games like Red Dead, Halo Reach. You know, I'm going to go through and play all the Halo games. Gears of War 2 and 3 I plan on replaying. Mass Effect 2 and 3 just got added, so I want to play that whole trilogy before Andromeda comes out. You know, backwards compatibility, especially this gen, is huge. So I really give Phil Spencer and his team a lot of credit for righting the ship. I think releasing the Xbox One S was actually a smart decision. Redesigning a console, making it look sleek, making it look like, you know, I need to own this box because it looks good on my entertainment center underneath my TV. That coupled with the fact that this box is now cheaper than PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 has now released the Xbox or the PlayStation 4 Pro, which you know, is not doing a whole lot in terms of this console can do more than the current PlayStation. You know, yes, it has HDR, yes, 4K, graphic upgrades, you know, but Xbox One is doing the same thing at a lower price, depending on what hard drive size you get, obviously. You know, it is upscaling stuff to 4K. It does do the HDR, and a lot of people are saying it's doing it better. You know, it has the 4K Blu-ray player, which is ironic because Sony makes Blu-ray and they don't have a 4K Blu-ray player in their PlayStation 4 Pro. I just think that Phil Spencer deserves a lot of credit. They're getting the messaging out. You know, they're providing us with the games, which Sony, up to this point, has been relying on third party for the most part. Yes, we've gotten Uncharted 4, which, you know, in terms of people that I converse with, it's kind of a mixed bag. I enjoyed it. Thought it could have been a little bit shorter. You know, but Microsoft's already provided us with Halo, Gears, the time exclusive on Tomb Raider. So I really think that Xbox One has stepped into the limelight in terms of getting the gamer back. You know, and this is something that Nintendo's really trying to do with the Switch now is aim for the gamer, you know, the core gamer. But Xbox is providing us with the games. They're providing us with a superior service. They are providing us with a more powerful, sleeker looking box. And, you know, a lot of people were like, why would they put out an Xbox One S now and then turn around and put out Scorpio next year? Well, it remains to be seen what Scorpio can do, but I think a lot of people are happy with their Xbox One S. You know, I plan on upgrading real soon. I still have the old model, but I still play it a lot, especially with Gears out now. That's all I can play. I can't put it down. You know, I think Sony started off with a bang, and now, you know, with the PlayStation conference, that the boring HDR 4K talk and streaming that didn't do them any good. 4K and HDR is something you need to see side by side with pre-existing hardware. You have to have the right equipment to see that. You know, I can't see 4K HDR on my 720p MacBook Pro screen. So, you know, I think Xbox is doing a great job. I think they're providing us with the games. You know, Sony has Horizon in the spring, but Xbox has Halo Wars 2. I know they're two totally different games, but you know, Xbox is going to have a a Xbox is going to have an exclusive to go up against PlayStation's games from now until whatever they decide to bring out next. Xbox has already said they're going to make all games compatible with future consoles. They're going to blur the lines between console generations, which I think is a smart move. I know you're not going to get a new Xbox every 2 years. Phil Spencer came out and said as much. But I do think that, every 3 or 4 years, you may get a more powerful box. You won't need to upgrade, but, every 2 cycles, maybe you'll upgrade to a new box, and I think it's a smart decision. I think, Xbox has the upper hand right now, and PlayStation is in a little bit of a panic. I don't think they have a box that's going to compare to Scorpio. The one downside I see of the Scorpio even the Xbox One S to an extent is that I think more developers on the first party side are going to take more full advantage of the 4K HDR than say third parties, especially if Nintendo's Switch takes off and third parties want to create a game for that platform as well. No offense to Nintendo, but their hardware won't be able to handle games that run on Pro and Scorpio and Xbox One S. They're going to need to run on hardware similar to the specs that Xbox provided at Xbox One's launch, which could be a good thing. I think Nintendo needs to have third-party support, and this is one smart way to get it. So Samantha, to answer your question, in a nutshell, I think Xbox One, when they launched the Xbox One S and a strong lineup of first-party titles on their platform this fall, I think that they surprised Sony. I think that people were waiting for the Xbox to come down in price, similar to what PlayStation 3 did last generation. And now we're seeing an increase in sales in Xbox, and PlayStation's becoming stagnant because everybody or most gamers own a PlayStation 4 now that want one, and B, Sony's going to have to find a way to reach out to get those extra sales. They're going to have to reach out to people who maybe aren't the hardest of the hardcore gamer. They're going to have to start putting out first-party software. They have a promising lineup, don't get me wrong. God of War, Horizon, Days Gone, all look amazing, but is it going to be enough to battle Xbox's Crackdown, Scalebound, Halo 6, the sequel to Gears, plus, Xbox has Sea of Thieves on the horizon. They have probably some sort of, I don't know if the deal with Rise of the Tomb Raider extended past that one game, or if this rumored Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to be an Xbox exclusive for a year. It remains to be seen, but overall, I think Xbox right now does have the upper hand, and I think Sony was on the offensive for so long, and now they're kind of playing defense. And when you have something as successful as PlayStation 4 and you start to play defense, it could get a little rough. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I think Xbox One S is a great console, and I can't wait to get mine for either Christmas or my birthday or soon after. So thank you so much for watching this vlog. Remember, this week we're doing Friends and Fan Friday every day this week. So if you have a question, submit it below. I'll get to it as soon as possible. And if I don't read it right away, it might come up in a future episode. So, leave a comment below. Check out my podcast, NGR Radio, every Monday at 10 a.m. on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play, and the video right here on youtube.com/Digital Nerd Advocates Network and DNAnetwork.net. Check out our blogs. Check out my review for Rise of the Tomb Raider this week, probably going up on Wednesday. Check out our Gears of War Let's Plays. Those are going up daily this week as well. We got a lot of content coming this week, so super excited. Thank you so much for watching, and until tomorrow, I love you.